And I realized I didn't upload episode 25. It was in my drafts on YouTube. So 24 and 25 or 25 and 26 went up yesterday. But we're back. Staying consistent, staying down. Going through a little transition phase, bruh. Got this new job. You feel me? Hey, it's just a job. Never let a job make or break you, but I got this mug. The big one, the biggest. It's understood, doesn't need to be explained. But, job is just a partnership. First, investor to truly believe in my business. So I'm just gonna all money in now. Added like almost $50K to my annual salary. I was killing them with less than 60K. But that's neither here nor there. Today's video, and besides the point, everybody, you guys watched it. You guys been here. You guys been here from the beginning. Meth to masters, fat to starting running back, college to pro, GFL 2 to GFL 1, death after death after death. Shorty left me, tried to go smash my friend. Continued. But today's topic is about why you gotta be sober, bro. You cannot go after anything great if you're still getting fucked up every single day. You cannot go after anything great if you cannot wait until Friday to get drunk and do cocaine with your friends. It's never gonna work. I haven't gotten drunk or gotten high like that since September 26, 2016. I'm talking like belligerently like intoxicated. You know what I mean? And if you continue to do that every day or even on the weekends, you're going to get lapped by guys that don't do it and people that don't do it. You know what I mean? Everything must be removed that doesn't add to your next level up or the purpose, or the life you want to have for yourself. I say this all to say because I've tried to go after goals sober. I've tried to go after goals halfway high. I've tried to go after goals quarter high. I tried to go after goals all the way high. I've seen myself in all of those phases, and the best place and most optimal place to be is completely sober, bro. Like, nobody wants to be loaded every day. Nobody gets high for fun. Nobody goes to drink for fun. It's an escape. You know what I mean? Anything that makes you feel other than your natural state of being and natural state of consciousness is an escape. And that's something I had to learn, like, for a while, like, for a long time. Because my life been lit since I was 17. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I always preach to people that you gotta remove the vices. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own vices. Some people like to drink, some people like to smoke, some people like to pop pills. You know what I mean? And you get to a point to where even in moderation, that stuff is not gonna add. It's only gonna subtract to the ultimate goal. And plus, because when you get high and you get loaded, you're not yourself. You know what I mean? You do things that you normally wouldn't do when you're completely sober or been sober for a long time. You know what I mean? The things you love, you think you love, you probably don't love those things. The people you're around don't love you. You don't love them. The actions and behaviors you partake in are that of someone who's not in their right mind. So until you really, remove the vices and sober up, you can't really know who you are or know exactly what you want or exactly how you feel. Because once you have the vices in you, no matter how much it's just a placebo basically. And it's like, if you've been drinking alcohol since we were 15 and you only do it on the weekends and you're about to be 30 something, you're an alcoholic by default. That just because you haven't crashed a car or been to like a rehab or got in trouble or DUI or anything doesn't mean you're a functioning alcoholic by default. That's just how it works. If I was doing Percocets from age 15 all the way until now, just on the weekends, like, I would just be an addict by default. If I was doing meth from age 15 all the way until now, like, even if I kept my job or did it, I would be an addict by default. Just because it's alcohol, don't try to give yourself a pass or petty permission. That shit is poison. That shit is the worst drug to really be on, because you don't know you have a problem until 15, 20 years later, and it's too late because you can't stop. You can't just stop alcohol. It's like opiates. You have withdrawals. Your body becomes like, your body needs that stuff after a while. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, bro, like, life is so much better when you're without devices, without the substances. There should be no reason you want to escape from your current reality. Your goal should be to create the best version of yourself, to give that to your people, which will create a reality you don't want to escape from. It will create a reality you truly, ultimately love and always want to be in and be a part of. And I've had my battles with vices and drugs and alcohol and things of that nature, but we're not gonna go into that on this platform. But I've done enough research to know that life is way better sober. Life is way better without vices. You know what I mean? With the clear head and with your mind, you know, with the right head on your shoulders. You know what I mean? Because if you're like me, if I put a substance in me, I know where I go. I start thinking like John Gotti. You know what I mean? You play with me one time too many. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's where I go. So that's why I know I cannot get loaded. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to go to that place. I know where I go. And like I said, when you're not yourself, you're around people. People will get the wrong idea of you. You know what I mean? Like, they'll start to think of you in a certain light only because you're under substances or you're on vices. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you can't, you know what I mean? You should never judge a man at his worst. Judge anyone at their worst, you know what I'm saying? And that's all a vice will do and have people doing to you. And then that's going to create unnecessary blame, which is going to turn into anger, which is going to turn into shame and guilt behind the anger and behind the drug use, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just your fault for having the vices in your system. You can't get mad at no one for looking at you like a junkie if you're acting like a junkie at the end of the day. So, you know, that's why it's on you and on us to, you know what I mean, to make sure we stay clean, we stay sober. That's why I will never get loaded ever again. You know what I mean? Like, made it this far, almost 10 years in. So it's like, I just don't see the reasoning. At first I stopped because, you know, I was in that program and I got there. I just want to stop smoking dope. You feel me? Like, everything else was going to be cool with me. But as soon as I got out, I just realized, let me just continue and not get loaded, and let's see what happens. And now we're 9 years on September 26th of this year. It's been the best decision I've ever made. I couldn't even imagine getting drunk and having to deal with yesterday, today. That'd be crazy. Today's already going to be hard. Today is going to suck just because it's today. So what am I going to be doing dealing with yesterday, today? It's nonsense. But yeah, that's why you got to stay sober, man. That's why you got to stay locked in, stay dialed in. The winners don't get fucked up every day or on the weekends or ever. Winners don't do that. And if you do that, you're not a winner. It's that simple. It's that simple. You know what I mean? You could be a normal guy or a loser if you want, but a winner, like a absolute beast that kills it on all levels, does exactly what he wants every day. We're not getting loaded, baby. We're not getting high. We're not taking weekends off. We're not doing none of that shit. That's whack. That's what losers do. Like, we're almost 30. We are 30. We are late already, bro. My young homie told me the other day, he's 21. He said, we late. I was like, Neff. He wasn't going for it. He was not going for it. He said, man, one of our sisters moving out. The other one's moving in. I'm like, man, you got to get to it, Neff. You're our only hope because we late. Nah, I'm just playing, bro. But for real, remove the vices, bro. Remove the vices. I promise you, life gets better. Life is going to continue. And whatever's keeping you high, keeping you loaded, I promise you, you'll be able to better process it and better remove yourself from the situation. Might even come up with a solution. It might even just get better as soon as you stop getting high. From my experience, as soon as you stop getting high, everything gets better. You know what I mean? And everything you usually think is a problem, not a problem. It's usually all in your head.